Hello, this is Dee from the Fishing Gardener, and I'm going to give you a little April tour of the backyard so you can see how things are coming along. Okay, so when you come right in the gate, it's the gate right there. This is I just like this to be my side where I just like to display a couple of things right here. And look at that beautiful flower right there. It's beautiful. As you can see, I like a lot of colors. Oh, while we're at it, we have, let's see if we can focus there. There we go. We got a lot of fruit actually on this miwa. You know, it's all around the plant. As you go around, so a lot of different fruits. Okay, and then we can go ahead and spin it around. And here we go. This is the Alano sapodillis. I have two right here. And it actually has fruits on them. Fruits are more down at the bottom. Hope you can see that. And more on the other tree. But can you see that fruit? You can see the fruits. And then we actually have more on the other tree. A lot of fruits. And that's the Alano sapodillis. We also have that Pakistani. This is the baby Pakistani that we have. That was what I grew from a cutting. And I'm doing a little experiment with that, and I'll be letting out a video on that. And we have that pina colada right there. Okay, so that's what that is right there. When we come across here, this is a little bed that was gifted to me. I know it's hard for you to see, but I actually had to put the shade cloth over it. I don't know if you can look and see. I got peppers in there and flowers in there. I had to put the shade cloth over it because I figured by putting it underneath this trellis right here, which is a great trellis, and right behind this loquat tree, I figured that it would help cover it. But nope, peppers and stuff didn't like that, so I had to go ahead and shade it. I also have some oregano in there, but this right here is my grapevine, and I figured by putting it underneath the grapevine that it would cover it. But I think I need just a little bit more leaves. As you can see, them grapes right there. Look at the grapes, how they hang. So this is how the grapevine is supposed to be. It's supposed to be hanging like this, such. Well, you can see them grapes right there. Hopefully you can. So yeah, that's one of the grapevines. When I step back, that's what it looks like when you're coming in. Trying not to have this too lengthy. So right here we have the loquat tree, and she got her trim. She's blooming back from that, and she has one graft on there. You know, I'm trying some grafting this year, so we'll see how that works. As we come around here, we have blueberries, and all of these are blueberries. We have them on one side of the house, and we have some more blueberries on another side of the house. And you see all the blueberries that's on these things. So it's a lot of blueberries. Yeah, so that's blueberries. And we come across here. This is the Oro Negro right here. And we have some more muscadine grapes. As you can see, we like a lot of grapes, so they're going up this trellis. And we have another avocado. And we have some passion fruit. So it's going right up the trellis just like that. We got the grapes going on one side, the passion fruit's going on the other. And as we come across right over here, I had to hit that spider web. We have a sunflower that I put right here. And this right here is the fruit tree seedling little canopy that I made, because I have some fruit trees, seedlings and cuttings that I'm growing under here. Let's see if you can see them. So different ones that I'm growing and cut. And some of them I brought them outside because it's time to acclimate them to the sun. Hopefully you can see that. And as you can see, that's another sunflower. I have some strawberries growing up in here. And this is, I call this my pollinating area also. Look at those pretty flowers. So when you're coming in, this is exactly what you see. All right, as we go in, we have this going around, and these vines right here will be going all around. And these are supposed to be white right here. So look at this flower. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so as we come along, I got more into flowers this year. And these are perennials, so I got things that they can come back. And look right here, that's the Shangri-La. And we got some ferns down there and different flowers. Now we come across here, and this is a pink guava tree right here. And it has a lot of baby guavas on it, so it has really went to town this year as far as giving us a whole lot of guavas. And let me see if you can see them. There's a whole lot all the way around the tree. Yeah, it's a big tree. It's actually 3 years old. So it has a lot of guavas right here. And then right here we got the Anna Hardy kiwi, and these kiwis are very small and they're cold hardy. And you got one little passion fruit that's sitting up there on this vine. As we come around right here, and we have my pineapple patch. And I forget, over here we got that tropical peach. I know it's the other way in another sunflower. So I didn't allow that. It has one peach left on there, but I took, the rest of them fell off. But anyway, let's go back around. So this is the pineapple patch, and as you can see, you see pineapples growing all the way through. All right, let's go ahead and should have got my stick and marked all these. This right here is the Florida Prince, and she flowered this year, but it didn't stay. So basically, she got shaped into what she needs to be as she's growing. And right here we have the ice cream bean tree. And let me go ahead and take a step back, and you see how big she is. She's big. So she's 3 years old. Hopefully we'll get fruit from her eventually. Let's go ahead, and you're going to see me swatting because of course there's all kind of spider webs and stuff. So that's the rest of the pineapple. You can see the pineapples. I got about 6 pineapples or more. There's probably more back there. That's some Cuban oregano going to flower. And more pineapples. And more pineapples as we go along. So as we go ahead and put it back, this is a little patch I have where I have some spearmint, and I have the pomegranate. I have the moringa. I chopped her because I don't want her to be long and langy. I want her to be kind of bushy. I actually have 2 moringas. There's another one right there. So I got spearmint. I got other things going on there. And then we go right here. We put the calamendin here so that she could recover because she didn't like it in the area she was in. And this one right here is that lemon guava. She's starting to grow nicely. She's a new addition. We didn't get very many fruit trees this year. We went ahead and slowed down and worked more on perennial pollinators. Another mango. These are the strawberry guavas right here going on. And they got all type of flowering going on. And I have 2 of those. Go ahead and move back here. And I'll bring it back over there. This is my strawberry guava. So I don't trim these or nothing. They just stay bushy. And they're 3 years old. Well, at least I've had them for 3 years. That's the strawberry guava. And we come back here. This is that dragon fruit. This is the yellow dragon fruit. And this is a pollinator box. And this dragon fruit is going to be moved because we're going to move it over there to a trellis we're making right there. Over here, we have the jackfruit. And, you know, she made it through the winter, but we didn't have much of a winter right here in Central Florida. It wasn't as harsh. We got the Barbados cherries. I gave them a serious chop. Very serious chop because they come back strong. So I gave them a serious chop right here. Go ahead and step back so you can see. All right. We come here. We put this in the ground, and this is the ice cream. And she's actually coming back pretty strong. The ice cream mango. So you see that new growth right there. So she's coming back strong. First we thought something, you know, that she wasn't going to make it, but she seems to coming back. These right here is the pollinators. Okay, so let's go ahead. This right here is the Valencia Pride. And she's just growing and growing. So we didn't get any flowering from her, but she's definitely growing. Okay, and this right here is the new addition for this year, and it's a veggie, little old veggie raised garden bed. This right here is some bananas and water and a mixture of papaya leaves. So I take that and I pour it inside, the liquid inside, and that helps the veggies. You got pepper plants, and we got tomato plants. We have Okinawa spinach, katuk. Yeah, we have a variety of things in here. Onions, scallions. Over here we have my lemon balm and achata, surnamed cherry bush right here. I got that seedling back there, which is the loquat. And we have the desert rose. Okay, as we come back here, we have Ruby Supreme pink guava, and it tastes completely different than the pink guava. So we have a pink guava and we have a Ruby Supreme. So they both wind up giving us fruits around the same time. And the Ruby Supreme guava tastes a lot sweeter than just the regular pink guava. So it's some type of difference, some kind of way, shape, or form. Anyway, so we have a dwarf Hawaiian star fruit right here, and she's been put in the ground, so she's coming to life. These are all her new flush. Right, let's go ahead and bring it back here. And like I said, we're experimenting with these Pakistanis. This is the first Pakistani, the main one, and we went ahead and stripped her and cut her all down, and I'll explain that in a video that's be up and coming in a few weeks to show you the progression of where we started and where she's going to be at. Right here, we got some more yellow dragon fruit, and we'll have that trellising up that pole right here. And that's where she looks like when she comes up, right along with the spider webs. Okay, and we had this everberry mulberry that I had to go ahead and slow down because it was going crazy. I have enough mulberries to last me for some months before she starts producing again. So I went ahead and cut her, gave her a very good cut. And then again, we have just some pollinator flowers. And believe it or not, these right here, my hubby found these as around, you know, like when it was garbage day in our community. And they had them out, and like they're very heavy. And he just went and picked them up, cleaned them up, and painted them. And that's how we got the majority of our stuff, y'all. We get it from yard sales and, you know, estate sales, flea markets, even with a lot of our trees. That's where we get all that stuff from. So the garden doesn't have to cost you a lot of money, you know. All you have to do is just go and look if you're willing to look. That's how we found the stuff, and I would just paint up the rocks and make it look like it do. That's another miwa that we put in the ground. This year we put a lot of trees in the ground, y'all. A lot. Matter of fact, we barely have any trees left in pots. That's how many we put in the ground. All right, this is my little old onions, little setup right here that I have to cover from our sun because in Central Florida, you know, we have some serious sun here. And believe it or not, when they say 8 to 10 or 12 hours or 6 hours of sunlight, they don't mean Central Florida sunlight because it's scorching and it will burn the trees and plants and all. That's why you see so many things under shade cloths here. And I'm trying to grow these trees so that we can have some shade back here. Because other than that, other than my neighbor's tree, that's the main tree we have for shade, but soon we'll have ours. All right, so when I first come out on my porch from my sliding doors, this is what I see right here. This is where I sit down and do my little planning. This is the sink we got from the flea market. That this piece was $3, and this is heavy. And then we just got the sink from the flea market, and my husband stuck it in there and just put that top, which was another cheap piece. And yeah, that's how we run this. So I, wash my things before I bring them in the house. So that's what's going on there. So as we come along over here, we got the lychee. And you can see the lychee is doing this thing. But it's not doing it like the, you can see this right here, right? It's not doing it like the Logan, but it's doing something. And hey, she's only been in the ground for 9 months, so I take what I can get. I didn't expect her to give me any fruit at all this year. Okay, we have another. These right here are the American Beauty dragon fruit. So we have the yellow dragon fruit and we have the American Beauty, and this is going to be a trellis as my husband finish it and bring it up. Okay, as we come around here, this is another seedling I have, which is a miwa seedling. I just wanted to try that for myself, and it's actually 2 years old, going on 2 years old in July. So they grow real slow, but I just wanted to try it. And we got this miracle fruit right here. And if you don't know what miracle fruit is, go ahead and Google that. That's those miracle fruit berries that when you eat something sour and you take one of these miracle fruits, wow, it makes it taste so sweet. So you can go ahead and Google that about the miracle fruit. And I do keep them in pots, and will continue to keep them in pots like I do the blueberries, because that can controls the acidity of the soil. So they're going to stay there because they do so well. Here's another loquat. And as we go around here, right there, that's my blackberries, the Navajo blackberries. They're thornless. And we put them right there. As we swing around here, we have a couple of, herbs here and sunflowers. Look how beautiful they are. They look so beautiful, they look fake, don't they? But no, they aren't. So we got some passion fruit. Trying to start here. You got about, one passion fruit? A worm keeps coming and trying to attack, so, we got to get to them. Now, this is the little bit of pots I have left. And that's really basically those 3 trees, and that right there is a pineapple ground cherry. But I have that one, which will eventually go back in the ground. But right now is that fruits on them, so that's a Murcott tangerine. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that there until it's finished fruiting. We got that soursop that made it because it was not too cold this year, and we have that Java Jakarta back there that she's going along. I'm trying not to make this video long, so I'm rushing. And these pots right here, they're actually in the ground. We just left the pots there like that to not disturb them. This is my little old dragon fruit, yellow dragon fruit setup right here. So we will be experimenting with dragon fruit this year, and just as a little setup. All right, as we come back here, let's go ahead and move back. We have the Logan, and she's just going to town, right? I mean, she has so many pollinators that come in the daytime. Wow, it's just crazy. So she's been in the ground. This is her 2nd year going in. That she's been in the ground. And we put all these trees down, which are miwas and nagamis. The miwas are the sweet kumquat. That's a persimmon right there we put down, Fuju. Let's bring that around there. Come back here so you can see all of them that we put down in the ground. Again, I like to put the little names on, because sometimes when people come and they ask me, what's the name of them, they could just look right down and see the names. Then I can explain to them what the fruit is. Yeah. And we got the red lady papaya. So we got the red lady papaya right there, dwarf. And then, as you look down, these are all my persimmons. And as you can see, basically the count of them. And they're really loaded with flowers. This right here is our rain catcher that my husband made. It goes right up to the gutters, bring it down, flow. All right. Trying to not make this too long. Here you go with the peach tree. Well, actually, it's supposed to be a sun racer, but we got peaches this year, and I bagged some of them. So to make sure we don't have a squirrel problem here, that's because our trees are kind of young. But I'm going to make sure we don't have a squirrel problem or a bird problem or whatever. Now, we have bird problem, but not the squirrel. But anyway, I went ahead and put them in the bags to make sure that we can taste some of them. So that's what I did with that. And these two plum trees right here, which is the Santa Rosa plum and the Metheny plum, they flowered this year but didn't give fruits because there wasn't enough chill hours. So they went ahead and got their trim. You know, we shape our trees a certain way because we need them to be strong, because this is Central Florida, and yes, we get hurricane where I live. We usually get the hurricane winds, not necessarily the hurricane. I don't get no flood. I'm not in no flood zone or anything, but I do get the hurricane winds. So we're trying to make sure these trees are as strong as possible. So when they're not fruiting, they get their trim down so that we can get them, make sure that, you know, these are nice, strong. And you'll see some of this white stuff on here because I paint the trees. When they seem to show any signs of any little bit of damage, I will paint them with it's a tree painter that's supposed to protect them. And yeah, I think it was $10 on Amazon. I bought like 2 cans, so it was a while back. And this is another little path I'm going into. This is a shade house, so where I have my seedlings, and this is the Everglade tomato. You see those there. And I have some seedlings in here. Java Jakarta. I actually took a cutting and, you know, put some of those up there. You know, some miwas. You know, so this protects them. So they get a little bit of sun and they protect it. As you come over here, you see that Scarlet Beauty. And you can just see the plums going to town. And she thinned herself out by dropping some, really. So when she's finished with her plums, when we're finished with her plums, she'll get her trim so she can stay nice and strong. And as you come right around, here go the persimmons that I was talking about. So she's our oldest tree right here, this big one, and she just has so many flowers. She just goes on forever. Now the first 2 years, she gave us nothing. And now she has about 100 flowers on the tree. So, you know, we got a lot of persimmons. We love persimmons. And most of them you're not going to get to November. But, you know, it is what it is. So I also got some little shrubs that I planted right here. I put protect on them to make sure I don't step on them myself until they get to a certain size. And this is the other Scarlet Beauty. So she's up here. And it's loaded. And then we go right here. We got that Mexican green guava. And she's fruiting. So she has a lot of fruits that she's putting on here. And I put these on there. I'm getting ready to put the new ones on there because, you know, the aphids and everything attack. So we don't have enough ladybugs here. So I help with those right there. And I'm about to put some on there. But anyway, yeah, she's doing a lot of fruiting. And so we'll be getting some from her. All right. And right here, we got another garden bed. Now, I didn't plan on having this many raised beds, but they were gifted to me, so, you know, I'm going to use them. I actually made a trellis going around this boat. And over here is where we have the passion fruit. That's going to be passion fruit over here. Okay, while we over here, while I'm over here, these are. Now, you probably wonder why I had the blueberries over here covered and not over there. Well, because of my neighbor's tree, the birds come and they zoom right in, and there's no tree to the other side. So they don't want to touch that side, but they try to come after these. And we want our blueberries. We're not sharing with them. So that's why I have all these blueberries covered like that. And over here, we have another, you know, we have a Java Jakarta, the red. And we just put her in the ground. I'm actually going to give her a different shade cloth, because she was under the tree before, and I was trying to get her acclimated, but she don't seem to like too much sun. Another blueberry. This is the first one we put in the ground to see how they'll do. I actually like them in a pot to make it do better, because you can control the soil in the pot. And we have some. I just planted those. We come along here. This is supposed to be a nectarine. She flowered, but she didn't have fruit this year, so she got her trim, and she's going to be nice and strong. We tend not to want our trees to be too tall, again, because we have very strong hurricane winds. We don't really get the hurricane, but we get the winds. So we don't want our trees snapped all in pieces. Here we have the cranberry hibiscus. And this plant is so easy. You know, you just take a piece of it and take it and stick it in the ground. And here's another one that I stuck right in the ground. And I took a piece of it and I stuck it in the ground. So what I'm doing is, this is my strawberry patch right down here. And, you know, it's hot. So, you know, strawberries don't like all that heat. So I keep them covered with those baskets. Also, the cranberry hibiscus, I had them going straight across. They're going to be going straight across. And that's going to help to cover the strawberries so that the sun is not hitting them. So that's what I'm doing with that. So they grow pretty quickly. We got another miwa. We have a adamoya. All of these have just getting put in the ground within the last couple of months. A custard apple. And sugar apple. So we got 2 sugar apples. And we had we got a sugar apple from this one. And we have another sugar apple that's over here. That's over there. Yeah, so all of these have been put in the ground. So yeah, that's going to make gardening easier for us, and that's what we're looking at. We love fruit tree gardening, and you know, that's just the easy way around. It's just a lot easier for me to take a cutting or take a seed and put it in the dirt and watch it grow. It's easier than it is for me to do veggies. Now, we have grown veggies, and we have grown sweet potatoes and potatoes. And this is why we have this down right here. So, you know, if times ever get hard, all of this area right here, right, we got some good soil. I got cardboard underneath here. I got all, and I dumped a whole lot of good soil underneath here, right, preserving it. When you lift it up, you have all kind of worms and stuff. And this, if we ever came into hard times, is where we can grow sweet potatoes, you know, potatoes, onions. There's a lot of room for me to grow. So we have already experimented with that. And the reason why we do experiment with veggies is the time to learn is not when you need them, right? So we have learned to grow a lot of these things. And right now, we just don't need them right now. But we wanted to make sure that we knew how to grow them. So we do know how to grow a lot of these. But right now, I don't feel like being bothered dealing with them because I don't have to right now. So that's why we are concentrating mostly on our fruit trees, because that's my love, fruit trees right there. They're just a lot easier when I come out. I love to just come out, look at the trees. You know, if they need some water, you know, give them some, and I just continue on with my day. So that's basically what we do here, fruit tree gardening. And we like peppers and tomatoes, so we'll do those up to about May or whenever time they start getting fussy. And then after that, I'll go ahead and put them in some type of container in a cool area, and I'll put them back out when it gets cooler out. Therefore, I only have to deal with my fruit trees. So yeah, that's how we do our gardening back here. And you know, do whatever garden that pleases you, makes you happy, because that's all that's important, right? And make sure you're not stressed out with your gardening, right? Because it's supposed to be something that brings you peace and joy, right? Not stress. So hopefully you are enjoying the rest of your day. That's another reason why I do like Florida, regardless of the hurricanes and everything else, is because when I come out, I love to see this blue sky. So I am originally from the South Bronx, and no, I am not a green thumb. We are beginning gardeners, but that tells you that anybody can learn. And if you love something, enjoy it, just do it. Don't let anything stop you. So enjoy your day. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Hit that notification bell and subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much for joining me on this tour. And thank you for watching all of my channels in my channel and supporting me. Of course, you know, I don't not edit out any of this stuff, so whatever mistakes I make, y'all just get the real me. That's it. So again, enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.